Got an early start today. Sold off some old electronics that I've got in storage. Big rolling server rack, very heavy. Put it in the back of the truck. Met a guy. He showed up to pick it up in a Volvo, like a 1993 Volvo wagon. And then we put the rack on its side, and it fit. It actually fit. He seemed real happy with it. I don't know what he's going to do. He didn't say. Now we're on our way to do a shop and deliver from one of my favorite warehouse stores. And then go for a little drive. Let's see what we got to pick up today. And every mother's child is gonna spy
to see if reindeer really know how to fly.
And so I'm offering this simple phrase. Kids from 1 to 92. Look at this thing has eyeballs. Well, that was a lot. 3 separate orders. Bouncing all around the store. I got a recommendation for you if you shop wholesale clubs. This could help. Set your cart in one spot central to the general area where you're going to go searching for things. And then go retrieve them, bring them back to your cart. And then you grab your cart and you move on to the next general area. And then you just keep throwing things in your cart there. It'll save you a lot of frustration, because I see people walking around the store getting frustrated because there's not enough room to push those big carts around. But if you leave your cart in one spot, and as long as you can carry a few things at a time, you go get them, you put them in your cart, you move your cart to a new location, you go get some more items from the general area, and just do it again. It saves so much time. Because that's what I do. I mean, because when I'm doing this kind of stuff, I have a big push rack. The big ones, not just a shopping cart. And I just leave it in the general area and I go get the stuff. Grab boxes along the way, you know, the empty boxes for produce, stuff like that, because they're great for carrying stuff. Just a thought, like the many I have. What kinds of new construction around here? That looks like a bank. One thing they need around here is more than one Chick-fil-A. I don't go there all the time, but I'd like to know if I do want to go there, I'm not going to have to fight with all that traffic, because the one here is near a Lowe's store, and that parking lot's always packed. And you know how Chick-fil-A traffic kind of spills out of their lot into the street everywhere, so it makes lunchtime a nightmare to get in and out. We're not headed too awful far for this one. One of 3. I just had something shift in the back of my truck, and I saw it shift, and then I got back out, or I put my turn signal on to get off the road to verify that my cargo is not going to go flying around. And people are just barrel-assing down this road. I can't exaggerate that enough. I mean, you're pulled over. I'm off the road, and I'm pulled over, but people are flying, and they're not even moving over at all. Again, I was off the road, over on the berm, with enough room to open my door and everything. But people don't even slow down. I mean, what if I tripped and fell into traffic? That'd be worse than hitting a deer if they hit me. And I don't think I'd bounce. I'd be in their car with them, right through the windshield. People are nuts. It's the frickin' holidays. It's not the Indy 500 or NASCAR. Sheesh. Just all you gotta do is move over a little bit, just in case. I do. Wow. I hope they all get to where they're going safely, because that's not good driving habits at all. Let's see who doesn't plan well and cuts me off. Because this is the lane you gotta be in to take this exit. turn signal anymore. These clouds look kind of ominous out there in the distance. Years and years ago, I got pulled over coming through here because it goes from 55 down to 45, like real quick. All these little towns they do around here. I don't know if you'd call it a speed trap, but it's all of a sudden. Yeah, there's no speed demon left in me. I've got no interest in that. Just get to where I'm going. Follow the speed limit. When you're on the highway, just stay with traffic. I think there was a comedian, he had a whole bit on how the older you get, the slower you drive. And it should be completely the opposite, because the older you get, the less time you have to live, and so you should probably get there quicker. But the same holds true for me, though. I'm not going to drive fast. I'm going to drive with traffic. I'm going to obey the rules. I'm going to stay out of the effing left lane if I'm not driving to pass or turn left. Have you caught on that that's a pet peeve of mine? Get out of the left lane. Let's see who doesn't plan well and cuts me off. Because this is the lane you got to be in to take this exit. That white SUV is one of them. Yep. Lack of planning. Guess you don't need turn signal anymore. Lumber company cleared out all these trees a couple of years ago. It's all classified as lumber forest anyway. You can tell by the size of the trees. These pines grow fast and grow tall, which are great for boards. But the diameter of them tells me that they're no older than about 8 years, maybe 10. The part that was cut down was probably a little bigger. Pines grow fast. The older oaks, the southern oaks, are protected. You'll see a whole bunch of clearing. I go over on the left here. Doesn't look like they had to leave any behind. There's a little one out there. But if they come across an oak tree, they mark it and they leave it. Yeah, some tall little scraggly ones out there in the middle. Speaking of firewood, there's always a guy selling firewood by the side of the road up here. I never stopped to ask him how much it is, but here in the South, firewood is a premium. He doesn't put his prices out there. It's nice looking wood, but it probably costs about that much. I just can't see spending that much money on firewood. Little bitty town here. They've got a really good seafood restaurant up here. It's a mom and pop place. I think we're going to drive by it. This truck's having a hard time finding gears. Oh, let's turn it left. Post office. 2-foot high speed bumps. Now we've got one in this little town, because there's only one grocery store in this little town. So we're in the South. See if you can guess what the name of the grocery store is. Southeast specifically. Any out-of-towner that has come here and saw the name of this store always have the same reaction. They don't know about it. Why would anybody name their store Piggly Wiggly. Rumor is the owner, the original founder, named it because he was flying in, you know, years and years ago, and flew over a farm and made a comment as he was looking out the window. Something like, look at all those pigs and how wiggly they are. And it stuck, and the man opened a grocery store. There's not as many as there used to be, but their thing is they're in a lot of small towns around here. So I'm shopping at Piggly Wiggly. I didn't see no wiggly pigs in there. Just groceries. Does bacon count? Boy, this is a bumpy dirt road. It'll knock your dentures loose. When I was a kid, we lived on a road like this. Township would come up twice a year and grade the road. And then in the springtime, they'd come out, put down tar and pebbles. So unless you were willing to drive 5 miles an hour or less, you had tar all up the back of your vehicle. That drop off I just took would break your heart. It was a old couple out in the middle of nowhere out there. You saw the road. And property wasn't unkept or anything, but I could tell that before I even walked up to the house, that they were having a hard time getting around because there was a wheelchair ramp out back. I hadn't seen any cars or anything, but the sign said go around the side. And the guy opened the door. He's there in a wheelchair. His legs don't work. And his wife was on a hospital bed in the living room. They both looked like they were in a bad way, but they were real nice. And I was nice back to them. I wished them a Merry Christmas and that they have all the best this coming year. The guy asked me to set the groceries in the kitchen for him, so I did. I don't think we're supposed to go inside of houses. So if I get dinged somewhere because I did, so be it, but there's a guy in a wheelchair and a woman in a hospital bed. I'm surprised they could even roll around in there. The house wasn't dirty or anything, so somebody must be helping to look after him. Whenever you think you're having a bad day, that's a little humbling. So, on a happier note, I'm headed back out into the wild again. This time I'm going to a home supply store. I have to take a picture of myself to prove it's me. I guess people try to trick the app, and they're trying to work around the rules, because if you're the one registered to take this delivery stuff for privacy reasons and security, you have to be the person that takes it. Some people must have been trying to get around the rules and just sending somebody else along. And also, it forces you to take a selfie because it wants to know that you're a live person. You can't just hold up a picture of yourself or somebody else and trick the app, because it makes you move. Like if you're not smiling when it starts to take the selfie, it tells you to smile. If you are smiling, it tells you not to smile. So it gets a reaction from you. I guess it makes it pretty safe. That also tells me that there's been drivers trying to work around the rules. Must be an accident out on the highway, because I'm driving parallel to it. But the map program sent me this way. There'll be a point up here where we're close enough to the highway where I can see if there's traffic sitting on it. Down this way a little bit is where they're going to build the Buc-ee's. Switzerland. I have no idea why this area is called Switzerland. It's not too far away from civilization. It took a while to get this far. I think holiday traffic's backing up, and that part of the highway that I was avoiding is full of traffic trying to get through the construction zone. There's no active construction, but the road narrows, so everybody's tapping their brakes. And why is this person in the left lane? See, what you need is a giant spatula that comes out from underneath the front of your vehicle and gently lifts up the vehicle in front of you and just sets it down over on the side of the road. And then you can keep going. I don't want to hurt anybody. I just don't want them in front of me where they're not supposed to be. The truck up ahead of this Hyundai passed them on the right to get around them because they're just camping in this lane. I think I'm going to do the same. A lot of construction. Housing development going up over there on the right, and on the left it looks like a business building. It's big enough to be a Costco or something. That'd be great. Oh gosh. My wife and I get up at the same time. If she's got to go into work early, then I wake up when she does, so I'm just up. If she gets up at the regular time, then I'm usually up before she is. I just wake up. You ever wish like you could sleep like a little kid? When they can pass out anywhere and just sleep. They're just out. I wish I could sleep like that. And I'm not into taking over-the-counter stuff to make you fall asleep. I'm not into that. I don't even like taking cold medicine. Come on, big truck, you can do it. Make it go, make it go.
Let it go, let it go.
I'll just go around. I don't think that guy knows his trunk is open. You can see it bouncing around. I'm not actually this close. I zoomed in. He changed his mind. I was driving back from doing some personal errands down this way a couple of months ago, and I rolled up on the back of a Toyota sedan, and I thought that somebody had put stickers on the back of the car to make it look like it had bullet holes in it. No, they were real bullet holes. Like that was the getaway car or something. They were in the trunk and on the trunk, like you could see where it hit the slope of the trunk and the bullet dug in and then ricocheted. Now the back window wasn't blown out, so either they had the back window replaced or the bad guys that were shooting at them missed the back window. That's some scary stuff. Because the metal in the car isn't going to stop those bullets. I mean, they're going to come through the trunk and the seats and they're going to get you. I watch movies. I wanted to know the story behind that car, though. Like, dude, what happened? How'd you get away? What'd you do? I don't think I would approach a car that's got bullet holes in it. I don't recommend it. On a sad note, last night I was watching videos like I always do, and some of the people we follow started talking about rumors going around about a fellow YouTuber that passed. And the news came out today and confirmed it, that one of the original vloggers, Adam the Woo, passed away. He's only 51. And he just did a video that he released just the other day. really knows the details. Well, I'm sure somebody does, but I don't think it was anything suspicious. But the guy was only 51 years old. Documented most of his life for I think since 2006 with vlogs. I feel for him and his family. That's too bad. He did leave behind a legacy of making a lot of people smile, so that's good. If you haven't seen his page before, I mean, it's still up. You can still go look at it. Just look up Adam the Woo, W-O-O, on YouTube. You can see his stuff. It's pretty entertaining. Somebody's building a shelf. I thought this was a big order. These home supply stores, they usually end up with lumber or great big heavy stuff. So I don't mind at all when I get something that's not. Yeah, traffic's really heavy now. Well, it's holiday traffic down at this end of town. You know, it's easy to forget how fortunate we are. This view, you know, just on a drive, it's something. It's not even that far away from where I live. On the other side of this bridge, which is very long, I'll tell you how long it is when I get to the other side. On the other end of this bridge, on the left, on the other side, there's a boat launch area, but it's also a great place to sit and watch the sunset because you can pull your car right up to the edge of the parking lot and you're pointing southwest. And the colors in the sky around here, depending on what the weather is like west of us, are just full of oranges and reds and purples. It's such a pretty time of day. So the length of the bridge is over a mile now. 1.7 miles. That bridge is. I know it's not like other causeway bridges, stuff like that. I've driven across I-10, I-16, I-10 that follows the Gulf. And when you go out across Lake Pontchartrain, that's nuts that road is out there just above the lake bed. And how quickly they got it fixed after the hurricanes that came through there about 10 years ago. There's a lot of bridges around here, they're just not long. If there weren't bridges, it would take you forever to get to every place. Because it's a lot of peninsulas, and there are some islands, but it's a lot of peninsulas, and in order to get over there, if there wasn't a bridge, you'd have to go way far inland, up and around, and then come back down, which is what people did. Almost everybody did up until the 50s. They started improving the roadways with the Eisenhower roadway initiative. In the late 80s, early 90s, after the local government saw the vulnerabilities of evacuation around here, they put a lot of money into new bridges. From Charleston all the way down to Savannah. A lot of new money. I'm just wolfing down a sandwich because I didn't forget food today. Chicken salad from a rotisserie chicken that I got at Sam's Club, and my own mix, and a little bit of horseradish mayonnaise. Makes for a good sandwich. Oh, and bacon, and a slice of American cheese. Great sandwich. Oops. Red light. So I'm currently delivering to a housing development that's way out on the coast. And it's probably a mid to upper level neighborhood. It's gated. So I'm probably going to have troubles at the gate unless somebody calls it in for me. It's way out here. And this neighborhood didn't really get developed until after the hurricanes of the late 80s, early 90s. because the bridges weren't sufficient enough to support the traffic in and out of there. Now there's two great big beautiful bridges, big arching bridges, so boats can get under them. There's a sandwich place over here called Alvin Ord's. I'll put a link to them up in the description. I've got no affiliation with them. I also think that they were based somewhere out along the Gulf, maybe in Louisiana. And Alvin Ord was a monk, and he made bread. So all of Alvin Ord's sandwiches are bread that is made from bread that is made in the restaurant. And when you get a chicken salad from Alvin Ord, picture a dinner plate size loaf of bread, because it's round. It's artisan. Cut horizontally, so it's got a top and a bottom. All chicken salad and whatever you asked to put on it. It's a big sandwich. They always ask you, they look at you funny if you ask for a whole one, they ask if you want a half. But I always get the whole one and then save the half for another time. All their sandwiches are that way. They have, you can get Italian sandwiches, whatever it is, they put on the same kind of bread. It's delicious. There's two Alvin Ords around here. There's this one over here on Ladies Island. And then there's another one in Old Town Bluffton. Now the bridge, you can tell that the old bridge went straight across in front of us. They built this one to the left. So you got to go over it a little bit. Out onto the island. Crap, they let me through the gate. Last time they wouldn't let me through until the resident called it in. This time I told them where I was coming from, just like last time. Told them what I was delivering, just like last time. They seemed much more pleasant. It's very exclusive out here. Sign back there at the entrance said, no contractors, December 24th and 25th. I guess they want to keep the work truck traffic down to a minimum. Lots of golf carts too. This looks a lot like Hilton Head Island down through here. Looks like sea pines. No straight roads to be had anywhere. Barely enough room for two cars to get by each other. It's pretty. Going back to the Home Depot. Want a run that's almost as far as the first one. Compensation's okay for these long runs, but still wish it was more. It's the time that it takes to do it, in traffic especially. I do have to get gas though. I just got gas 2 days ago. I'm gonna do it again. Ram trucks have a Laramie. Laramie sounds like a little rascal. Like maybe he was the little rascal that was always sick. Couldn't come to the He-Man Woman Haters Club all the time because he was sick. Laramie. I don't like that name. That's not a good name for a truck. Be a better name for it. If you're a Ram lover, I'm sorry. I just don't like Rams. Ram trucks. I just don't like them. First and foremost, the logo looks like a uterus. It doesn't look like a ram. Look at it. Look at it. You see it once. You see a uterus, you'll never not see it again. I'll come into a light and see if I can. There, see? Tell me that's not a uterus. Maybe that's what Laramie means. Anybody know Latin? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I have owned a lot of different models of vehicles, domestic and foreign. I avoid vehicles that have a history of issues that make me uncomfortable. All brands have some things that happen to them. All brands do. But as far as trucks go, Ram, okay, I'll give Ram trucks this. They have really nice interiors. They look really nice. But that doesn't make up for the fact that, and Chryslers in general have always had electrical issues. It doesn't matter who owns the company. They've always had electrical issues that you just can't identify. So I'm just not inclined. Chevy and GMC, they make a sharp looking truck as well. But since the transition over to government motors, their reliability has kind of slipped. And they had a debacle with a 6.2 V8 and the lifters blowing out. So that doesn't appeal to me at all. Now Ford had a problem with that too, with the 7.3s, but that was corrected. This is a 7.3. This is the corrected version. 7.3 is a big engine. And it's a big engine. However, the truck that my dad owned when he died and that my mom still has a 460 cubic inch V8 engine in it. That's a big block. They don't make them like that anymore. That's a big engine. It gets mileage about like this does. But it's a big engine. People seek those out. And can you imagine dropping one of those in like a Mustang and putting a Whipple blower on it? That'd be nuts. You'd probably snap off the crankshaft or the drive shaft. They make a Whipple for this engine, which would be awesome. And it actually fits under the hood. First couple of model years, it wouldn't fit under the hood and you'd have to do a bump out. But now they make them so they fit under the hood. I can't imagine the power that has. Well, I'm going to have to imagine it because I'm not getting one. It's not practical. If I had throwaway money for hobbies, have myself a nice big multi-bay garage with a lift and, toys, I would do that. Buy a new F350 with a 7.3, drop the motor, put a Whipple supercharger on there. Doesn't that sound fun? Gonna have to get some gas at the Sam's Club. Did Sam's Club ever have a theme song? I don't remember them ever having a theme song. I think Walmart did. People walking around during this holiday shopping time, they've got this look that's kind of hard to define on their face, where they've just had it. I'm just so tired of shopping. That was nice. Woman didn't notice at first that she was blocking the lane, but when she did, she got out of the way. Okay, let's play gas pump bingo. Is there anybody over here? No. How much is fuel here? $2.22. Wow. All right. Be right back. Oh, starting to get dark. Missed the sunset that I was talking about earlier. I'll catch it another time. I would have had to been sitting there waiting. And I can't do that when I'm out on runs. Lots and lots and lots of holiday traffic. At least the stoplights are red and green. City street lights.
Even stoplights blink a bright red and green.
as the shoppers rush home with their treasures.
In the air, there's a feeling of Christmas. Can you see me? Can you tell I'm out hustling late? If you hung in here with me for this whole video, thanks. I appreciate you. Because I have nobody else to talk to all day. You've been awesome. You're a really good listener. If you could, and you like this content, please like and subscribe. It'll help me bring you more. Right now, YouTube doesn't have any idea who I am. I'm glad you do. But I need to prove to them that I'm a person. I have something to say. You can help me do that. Just like and subscribe. Share with your friends. Put a comment, whether or not you disagree with something I said today. Put a comment down there. And if something offended you, I'm joking. It's all in good fun. I'm sorry if you were offended. I'm not exactly politically correct. I try not to hurt anybody's feelings, but sometimes I do, and I'm sorry. But otherwise, thanks for hanging in there. I'll see you again in the next one. I've been publishing these pretty regular, so chances are it's going to be soon. So keep checking back. If you subscribe and click that notification bell, you'll get notified right away.